Hello, welcome to another weekly Animal Totem readings. Hope you've all had an amazing week. Now that's the English dropping the H coming out. There's planetary wise, in energy wise, the solar flares have softened down still. There has been a full moon. I can't remember what it was in, Taurus, Sagittarius. I don't know. That's my partner's gig that she does on a Monday. She gets into what the full moon is and what star sign it's actually in. I'm all about the animal totem energies, a bit more earth-based in that regards, but it's all energeticals. The animals themselves, they're very, very tuned in. They don't really have an ego. The closest one animal I could think that could even possibly have an ego would be dolphin, and they're renowned to be as intelligent as we are. Whether that's a compliment or not, we don't know. Anyway, the exciting news today is, so for those that have been watching over the last few weeks, I've been mentioning an oracle deck that I have co-created with Sunny May's Designs, and I now have it in my hands. So this is the box, this is the deck, there's my name on the front, Sandra Mason, Sunny May's Designs. And yeah, so these are the deck that I'll be using. I won't be using them every week because I always intuitively I'm always intuitively guided to what deck I use, but yeah, I'm super excited. This is the deck, it's here. I'm super stoked, so happy that I mean, these are 18 months, probably more, from start to finish. I'm the one that channeled all the descriptions, and that'll be in the booklet when the deck finally gets out there for general public's sale, for public release. There's still a little bit more to go before that happens, but that's a major stage that we've actually got this deck in our hands now. So I'm super stoked for that. So before I get into the readings for the week, the hashtag is heart, but that's HART, as in the white stag, because that's basically my emblem. Even though, like, if you look in the top corner there, it's shadowed, but the stag has become synonymous with it. It just became a thing. You know, there's those things that happen in life where you just do something and it just sticks. For whatever reason, it just sticks and it becomes a thing. And that was me and the stag. So, but I've always felt that it's the white hart. When, you know, from England, the white hart's a big, it's the royal thing, the royal stag, really. And there's so many pubs and taverns and inns and that are called the White Hart in England. I mean, I don't know about throughout Europe, but definitely in England, most towns will have a white, and most big towns will have a pub called the White Hart. So this is the new deck. You're going to get to see these, not all the cards, but just to give you a little bit of a, yeah, stunning. And they're all linked in with the elements as well. So you've got earth, air, fire, and water, which I will mention as well. So without further ado, hey, it's good to see there's some returning people here, which is amazing. I appreciate your support. Always appreciate you joining in. Comment in the chats if you'd like a personal reading after the weeklies. Hashtag heart, just like it says along the bottom there. Yeah, and remember, please like and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so that you are reminded when I'm about to go live, because I also have my new other weekly section where I'm talking about spiritual journey and all the ins and outs of how that happens. So appreciate all the support on that. That's a recorded, that's not live. Anyhow, let's get into the so you're all joining me, you're all with me for the very first time. using this deck. So I'm super stoked. Let's see what animals. Let's see who's the very first animal to join us from this deck. It's such a beautiful deck as well. It feels so great. You know, the colors are amazing. Sandra / Sunny May Design did such an amazing job in designing these. So the first animal is the bee. So you can see that's air element. Just look at these cards. Just how stunning is the artwork on these cards? Absolutely amazingly gorgeous. So bee. So today is bee, which is, it's just, the word just jumps so quick at prosperity. And it's also queen energy. So this is about stepping into your divine power. And it's beautiful that this is the very, very first card. I mean, also look, this is the back of the deck as well. So, you know, just stunning, just stunning. The bee, yeah. I also feel there's like, this is a day of inner battle with your divine self, because when it's time for a queen to leave the bee colony and a new queen's there, they have to battle it out, and one either loses their life or leaves and gets replaced by a new queen. And it's also about, I don't like using the term hard work. We can work efficiently and we can work diligently. We don't have to work hard to create a successful life. And I feel that's today, it's about taking stock, reevaluating your life, and see where you can work more efficiently to create a more soul-aligned, divine, sovereign life. Or even, you know, do some manifesting and say, all right, in 6 months' time, this is where I want to be aligned with my sovereign self, and start that journey today. So to me, it's about, starting that sovereign journey. If you're already in it, keep going, see where you can make it a bit more efficient, or start the journey to realign yourself with a more golden timeline. Because Mother Earth, she's gone into this 5th dimensional energy now, and it's also known as the golden octave. The golden octave energy, so that's the frequency resonance that she's vibrating at too. So that is B. That's B. So that's for today. That's Tuesdays. So let's see what we have. Well, they're really jumping. So tomorrow, which is Wednesday, we have bat. I don't think I've got on. I've got my Phoenix chain on. The bat, which is air as well. So there's a lot of like mental energy here. And interesting enough, 2 air elements coming out straight away, and light and dark, light and shadow. So there's your balance. So Wednesday would be about, if you're starting that solar line journey or you're continuing it, there's going to be an opportunity to release old energies, to face old parts of yourself, the skeletons in the cupboard. You know, it's all about letting go of the mind. And interestingly enough, with my t-shirt, with this panda and all these paper cranes that are letting go of the mind, you know, you find those types of bats in Australia. They're known as the flying fox. So there's also a little bit of that energy as well. Where are you tricking yourself? Where are you being sly with yourself? And again, it's another realignment card that where you're evaluating where you want to be. If you know, you take the next step and go, well, is that taking me in the right direction? Because you only have to be, I know this is an analogy, a metaphor, whichever. You only have to be 1 degree off your journey, and then when you get further down the track, you're 50 degrees off your journey, because you just always are slightly heading in the wrong direction. So tomorrow, really look at where your journey's at. Is it aligned where you want to be in 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? If it's not, you can readjust. Even if you're this far out, you only have to readjust that way and take it gradually, and then eventually you'll get on your path again. Time's an illusion. You've always got time to reevaluate. You've always got time to readjust. You've always got time to get back on your path. And it's about using your intuition. because bats don't use their eyesight, they use sonar to catch their prey and to also know what their environment is. And the reason I always feel bats are to do with shadow, they're nighttime creatures, and Batman operates from the shadows. So that to me is tomorrow, it's reevaluation. To me, that's the key word for the day, reevaluation. Now, if I remember rightly, when I did the descriptions, there were keywords. Yeah, keywords, which, I could bring them up, but I'll be faffing around and it would slow the live down, and you'd just see me not doing anything and using the keyboard and stuff. So, yeah. Right, so let's see who we have next. So that's Wednesday, Thursday. Like the energy is just the energy of these cards. The diligent work both myself and Sandra put into these. The collaboration was really beautiful and amazing. There was never any arguments or anything like that. It just flowed really easily. So Thursday, we've got a bit of earth energy coming in. So we have the dog. In this picture, you got the beautiful Labradors, these really faithful servants of humans. And I feel like if you do your due diligence, you start your sovereign journey, you do due diligence, and you're faithful to yourself. So this is about being faithful to your journey and honoring that journey and doing what is necessary to stick to your journey and be you. Be faithful to you above all. I mean, you are your own master. Dogs serve their master with pure love. That's what the dogs teach us in life. They teach us unconditional love. And so if there's anywhere in your life where you're not unconditionally loving yourself, do that work there, and that will transform your life as well. Because we often give our power away and serve others, and then later and that's that 1 degree off. I mean, I know for those that are parents out there, we diligently look after our children and serve them as well, but that's you can still put yourself first and show them the way and show them how to do it, and that's how you empower them. And that also puts up healthy boundaries. You're not hurting them or anything like that. Obviously, it's a lot more intricate than that when you're raising kids. However, you're also nurturing your inner child. So if you show unconditional love to your inner child, the mistakes that you made when you were just young and naive and learning what the human life and human journey is all about, we're often so hard on ourselves on the mistakes we made when we were younger and we didn't know any better half the time. And even when we did, we're still learning life. And some of us, our natural instinct is to make a couple of mistakes before we realize what we're doing. So it's okay. It's okay. So this is about loving yourself unconditionally and being compassionate to yourself and being kind. And you watch a dog, they just enjoy life. They chill out. When they get outdoors, they make the most of it and they run around like complete nutters, a lot of them. But they're always their nature. Some dogs are more hyper than others, and some dogs are more chilled, but they're themselves. So be yourself, love yourself unconditionally. So that's Thursday. Brilliant. Ground that love into the physical reality. I love the energy of these cards that are flowing through me right now. It's, I've got so many decks that you can't quite see behind me, and on my altar behind me, there's a whole shelf. So the length of that shelf is just full of decks, which is just below me. And obviously this is my first ever co-created deck. So I've only ever used decks that have been created by other people, and the energies of them are amazing. But the energy that's flowing through this, because it's just part of me, is just so different and unexpected. I've no reference point. So yeah, that's just amazing. Like the energy flowing through my body through these cards, incredible. So this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, this is the frog. So we got water energy now. Now we're getting all the elements joining in. So the frog energy is transformation. I mean, this looks like a tree frog in that. Well, just Just have a look at that. There, just to show you, this deck is stunning. And yeah, so obviously I'll let you know when these are available for general release, so you can buy your own deck if you're interested in these. And frog energy, Friday frog energy, which, you know, the work you put in creates leaps forward. So knowing your natural rhythm as well, some of us are slow and steady, that we'll always move forward. Whatever decisions we make just moves us forward gradually. It's like tortoise energy or turtle or snail even. Doesn't necessarily, you know, it's not about fast moving energy. Slow and steady, gradual. Some of us are like cheetah energy, where it's like one quick burst and then we have to rest. One quick burst, we have to rest. Some of us are frog or rabbit, where it's a short period and then looks like nothing happening, then our life jumps forward. So for those that may not have always reckoned, may have thought, oh, why isn't anything happening? Why isn't anything happening? And then all of a sudden things change and there's an opportunity and then your life moves forward. This is about knowing what your rhythm is, knowing if you're a frog person or if you're a tortoise person or if you're a cheetah person. Know your rhythms on how your life moves forward. And that also, because I'm probably, if anything, I'm a grasshopper person, in that fact that nothing happens and then all of a sudden my life jumps forward, you know, and in that period of pause, I can get frustrated because I don't feel like anything's happening, even though I recognize that I am a pause and jump person. So this is also more like, it's kind of like, it's like the take stock day again. But when you recognize your patterns, you flow yourself easier, and then you get less frustrated when it looks like something's not actually happening. And when you recognize that, when you know that nothing's happening, you're actually doing the work in the background, or you've set your stall and you're just waiting for that opportunity. So this is also about knowing what you've asked for from the universe, and what you've asked for of the universe gives you a rough idea of when it might turn up. So, you know, I've asked me an oracle deck, and I started my own oracle deck in 2011, and I was doing the artwork myself, and then it just creeped along, and it was always there in the back of my mind. And then when I met Sandra and everything just clicked, it's like, right, great. And then it just happened. So, you know, that pause and leap can have different timelines. So that's 13 years from birth to fruition. And even then it's not out for sale yet. So there's still a bit more to go. But it just shows that time is not a constant in the things that we're manifesting. Some things only take a couple of weeks. Some things take 6 months. So just be aware of your patterns. But if you're always a frog person, just know that there might be a longer pause and then a leap forward. So this is about knowing your energetic manifesting pattern of when what you ask for from the universe then arrives and how it arrives. And when you know that, you'll go, right, yeah, it's getting close because it's on pause. You might be able to tune into the pause to give yourself some kind of timeline or sense to if there's anything that you need, any physical world action you need to take. But ultimately, there's things that you're manifesting is really going to take a leap forward this Friday as well. So something's going to happen, an opportunity or a big physical world event that shows that whatever you're asking for is going to move forward. Saturday. Let's see what we've got in for Saturday. And if you're just joining us, #heart, just like it says at the bottom. And a heart is, I haven't spelled that wrong. It's a deer. It's another type of deer. So #heart, Saturday's card. I had a feeling this guy would turn up, another earth element. So elephant, so to me, like the elephant-headed god is Ganesh. And it's just, if there's any blockages in your way, so, you know, you tune in to your energy of Friday and you feel that there is something that's stopping you moving forward, call on Ganesh. You know, whether you believe in the Indian gods or not, it's just tuning in with an energy that activates the energy of removing obstacles. Elephants will just walk through a forest, no matter what's in the way, they'll get through, and they'll create their own path. So they are the remover of obstacles. So whatever you feel is in your way, even if you call on elephant energy, and to give you insights, meditate on elephant energy. If you got a little figurine of an elephant, or if not, you can find one in the $2 shops that just brings in that energy. Bring a picture of an elephant up on your phone. You know, there's many ways you can call on this energy of the elephant, of the remover of obstacles. You know, if you're really brave, you can also call on, and you work with the Indian gods, you can call on Kali. And you invoke Kali, but she does things so rapidly, she'll invoke a death that afternoon. So be very careful when you work with Kali. She's almost a destroyer of worlds, but in a positive way, because she just clears out the old, she clears out what's in the way. So this energy of elephant is about clearing out the way, but in a more steadily progress. But yeah, if you're able to handle that sudden change, by all means. So that is Saturday. It's that remover of obstacles. And then Sunday. Let's see what Sunday's animal brings into us. Now we've finally got some water energy coming in, which is the seal, the sea lions. So for me, the message that came through very clearly was, where are you playing with the circus? As much as seals look like having fun at the circus, they're trained. And they're trained, you know, through, you know, they're rewarded with food. So they're just doing what they do because they know they'll get food. They're not being themselves. So where are you playing with the circus? And for those truthers out there, they know what circus I'm talking about. We can still live alongside the system without being controlled by the system. That's true freedom. When you fight against the system, you truly believe the system has got control of you. There's the illusion. But when you follow your journey and your path and utilize the system because it has a positive purpose, you know, it helps you get running water and electricity and roads and all those things that you simply cannot run a life without. You're one with the pureness of why the system was created in the first place, is to help humanity grow and expand and evolve. It's a tool, and like with any tools in this world, when a tool gets much misused, it has consequences. You know, a hammer can be a positive tool to build houses with, or it can be used as a weapon. So it's just a very complex tool with many moving parts. But when you use that and be at one with that system, you're not part of the circus. So that's what it is. It's like, look at where you're hating on the system and just change the mindset. Be grateful for how the system gives you supermarkets and places and tins of food and all of those things. They're all created out of a system. That's the framework. And when you're at one with that, you are free. You acknowledge what it's for. And it just takes out that energy you're actually creating, which then that energy just gets redirected into more positive things in life. The most simple, and this is what it is, you know, seals bark, and it's that, there's a bit of dog energy there. It's like, you don't really align barking with seals, you align it with dogs. So it's not something you really recognize that they do. So if you're bitching at the system, it's not something you should be doing. It's more just following. So it's a big message for Sunday. It says there might be something global going on that's really going to make you go, refrain from just going, well, you know what? Yeah, that's the native side of it. That's just what it is right now. But things will change. You know, this too shall pass. Governments, empires, tyrannies always look throughout history. They always fall at some point, and they always change. So the same with benevolent kingdoms as well. It changes. You do your history on Zimbabwe for a start. You know, they was almost going to change the whole of Africa with their model, and it got changed, and in came a tyrant. And that's history for you. So yeah, but this is more personal. So there's going to be a global energy of change, and just be mindful of, okay, well, this is still going to positively affect my life. So this is more about gratitude, looking at it from the light you want in your life, using that filter. And then the final animal of the week, before I get into the personal readings, we have the lion. So this is just about stepping into your power. This is fire energy. So we did get all the elements. I'm super happy that we got all the elements. And now the thing with lions, they're actually, it's a misconception that the king of the jungle, you don't find lions in jungles, you find them on the African savannas. Now, you do get mountain lions, but it's the tigers that are jungle cats, and panthers and leopards, they're the jungle cats, whereas the lions, they're the king of the African plain. I think it's because they have the mane, you know, they're the only big cat that has the mane. This is standing in your power, quite simply. Stand in your power. So Monday's about stand strong, stand in your power, stand up for what you want your life to be. That fire in your belly, that this is my boundary, no one's going to cross it. That big roar, that, you know, shout out from the rooftops almost about who you are, honor who you are, even if you stand in front of a mirror and remind yourself who you are. Then when I see myself writing really strongly, I'm amazing, you know, I am powerful, the I am statement. Who do you believe yourself to be? That I am statement. Be that, you know, be this version of you that's unashamed, that walks your walk, is strong in your conviction. Be completely who you are, with all the skeletons in the cupboards and everything. Just own a lot of it, because they're all part of where you are in the now, today. Every choice that you've ever made, every decision you've ever made, every action you've ever taken culminates to the now. And if you love who you are right now, how can you be hard on yourself for any perceived mistakes? That was all part of the learning journey to become this big lion that you are today. So that's the that's all the cards for the week. Again, just a quick recap. So we had the bee for Tuesdays and for days energy, prosperity. The bat, which is, you know, going within. The dog, being faithful to yourself, honor who you are. Frog, get ready for a leap forward, or know that how your cycle works, whether you are a slow and steady or a pause and leap. Clear any, you know, call on energies to help you get through any blockages. Honor the positive part of the circus. Just quickly about the seal again. You know, when you go to the circus, you honor it for what it is. You just enjoy the show. Remember, and that's the key part. What you're watching is a show. Enjoy the show. When the show's over, things will change. So now we'll get into the personalized readings. Let's see who've joined us this morning. I appreciate everyone that supports my channel. Adele, you're always here, which is great. I appreciate you. I really do. You know, I'm a small growing YouTube channel that hopes to get much, much bigger. That hopes, you know, that my goal is to get to a point where I can't do personalized reading because there's just too many people watching, and that it has to be done a different way. What that looks like, I'm not sure yet. I'll start here and I'll just keep taking a step forward. And bear with me, that was me. I accidentally hit the back button. My mouse is so sensitive. So yeah, there we go. Right. So Adele, you have the moth, which is another air element. I know they look like butterflies there, but there's your moth. So I feel the moth energy for me, when you see moths around, so if you're getting a moth around you at night, that's a passed on family member, grandma, grandpa, uncles, aunties, or great grandmas. Just tune in and just get a sense of who's around. I feel that's for you, Adele. There's no specific message of the moth. It's more that there's someone around you. Right, bear with me. Just dropped out there. Excuse that. Yeah, so I'm back. Yeah, so moth energy. Yeah, so there's someone around you that's part of your lineage that's guiding you right now. So tune into who that might be and see if, and just trust. Just trust. Just trust that, and just get a sense of the message. You might receive a word. You might get a sense of what the guidance is. Trust your intuition. Even if it seems like your voice talking, trust that anyway. So that's what I would say, that's for you, Adele. And now for my beautiful, loving partner. So supportive of me during this. I'm just blessed to have a very supportive, loving partner. Let's see what we've got for you today. Key card of this deck, Stag. So I've just got to trust intuition. Bear with me a second. Because the feed dropped out a little bit, but it's back on again. Yeah. All right. Just had to know because the feed dropped out. I was just making sure that it was all back on again. Stag. This is about almost like I'm just seeing the stag on the hill in a clearing in the forest, like really like doing its mating call, but like letting the forest know that the stag is there watching over him. Shout out from the rooftops of who you are. Why? I mean, I know you intimately well, and why you're getting this message of show people who you are unashamedly. I mean, it's about showing people the power of the witch again, reminding the world that the witches are back in a positive sense. This is almost like Pan as well. So that earth working back with the earth gods for a while, because you do go traveling up into all these different dimensions and Elohim and all that lot. But sometimes we've got to remember the nature gods too. They're more earthbound as much as they're vibrationally in that realm. Could even be working with Pan, who got bastardized as the devil in a certain book, but the nature god Pan did wear these antlers, and it got twisted, and he's just a nature god. So you're talking to the plants that we have, and call on Pan to help us with the plants, and I'll do the same too. But yeah, this is about working with the nature gods and reminding people of the power of Mother Earth and using Mother Earth to channel through your voice. So, you know, almost there, look, you know, there's this channel of in your crown and using that energy to remind people that this royal creature, this sovereignty, again, there's the sovereignty. Bring that energy through and speak to people through sovereignty, speak to the plants through sovereignty, share that message and that energy and remind them that the nature gods are still here. Incredible. Incredible. Something about pinky swear. Pinky swear, which is a solemn oath with the inner child. So it's about reminding yourself of that solemn oath you had with your inner child that you're going to be powerful, and you channel the necessary energies to share that power. So next we've got is Lee, who has that beautiful, beautiful German or Austrian saying. It might be German saying. I'm not too sure. You'll have to correct me on that. Lee, which is in der Früh liegt die Kraft. I said that pretty well. You might correct me on that one. Whoa, they're all jumping. They're all jumping. Too many. Too many. Bear with me. There's all over the shot there. Here we go. That's better. One. Seahorse. Wow. So Lee, you got seahorse. So this is about being in your divine masculine. The seahorse is probably the only creature on the planet where the males carry the babies. So this is about birthing a strong part of you, owning the divine masculine. So this is almost like being a little bit in your ego for a week. And ego is not an ugly word. Ego has a positive purpose. It's our boundaries. And when we healthily use ego, we can healthily use our boundaries. And so for you, Lee, this is about having that strength in your boundaries, protecting all your ideas. So any ideas that you've got coming, don't tell anybody. Keep them to yourself for a while. Let them gestate. Let those ideas come. Because when we explain them to others, we thin out the energy. And it takes longer to birth them. So ironically, I love the paradoxical nature of the universe. You know, being your divine masculine and ego and boundaries, but mum's the word, because that's the saying for not saying anything. So just keep your ideas to yourself and let them gestate. Oh, a short and simple message for you there. I love it. Very direct, very short, very simple. Now we've got Carrie through Tacey putting her name down. So let's see what we've got in for Carrie. So she's got tiger energy. But interesting, I'm actually more drawn to the woman on this card. She's sort of looking almost a little bit surprised. And tigers, they do come out of the shadows. So maybe this week for you, Carrie, there's a left field shock. Something unexpected this week. Something that, you know, and that's going to be connected to your shadow self. So the skeletons that you hide in the cupboard, it might pop to the surface. So someone's going to probably come into your realm that's going to inadvertently trigger you. So don't take it out on them. Just recognize that they're bringing an old part of you to the surface to be let go of, to be investigated. Because when people inadvertently trigger us, they're not doing it to hurt us. They're doing it to heal us. But we take it personally and we let our ego drop in on a negative sense, and we just throw it straight back instead of going, okay, why did that innocuous statement trigger the shit out of me? Well, if that's the case, then that's something within me that is now at the surface that I really need to look at. And the black and white, not black and white, we talk the Siberian tiger, the black and white nature of the tiger, it's that light and dark that's always within us. But we don't like facing the dark. It's easy to go into our light self and be fun and joyful. It's also necessary to be solemn on some days when the energy dictates that. or when people bring our shadow to the surface through an innocuous statement that just triggers us, it's just a divine moment that the universe is saying, hey, look at this. This has a purpose, so definitely look at this. So get ready, Harry, because there's going to be something pop up this week that you're not expecting. And then Casey. So yeah, if you have joined late and you'd like a personalized reading, #heart. Also remember to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you do get notified of when I do lives and other videos. So Tacy, we have Otter. I know you do get sea otters down in our town on the west coast of America in California, where there's all the golf courses. And I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I've been there, so I know there's otters there. I don't know if that's anywhere near where you live. I don't know which part of America you're actually in, whether you're East Coast, West Coast. But one thing you do learn is that they're just very playful. And I feel, this is more of a week of just playing, having fun for the week, sort of. Don't be so serious, have a more playful mindset and watch. Because when we're always serious and we need fun in our life to get ourselves out of the way so that the universe can deliver things to us. Often our seriousness can be the block. Too focused on, when is it coming and all those things. And sometimes just to switch off, be a bit lighthearted. I know you mentioned last week that you do play Skyrim. Maybe play Skyrim for a week. Just go on adventures that mean nothing. And to me, this is what this is about. Those heavy burdens that we carry are more easily carried when we have plenty of fun in our world. And it's not about forgetting them. It's just about putting them to the side. They don't need to be at the surface of our mind every day, day in, day out, because that's tiring and exhausting. And because otters do carry these little stones to help them break into food. But they don't carry it all the time. Skyrim and Fallout, so that's Bethesda. So you're a Bethesda girl. Yeah, I'll have to try and remember what that place is called. Begins with an M, I think. I was there in 2004. How long ago? 20 years ago. It was almost about a month later than today that I was there doing a fly drive holiday down the west coast of America from San Francisco to LA. Anyway, so yeah, just be Monterey. Thank you, Tacy. Monterey. That's the place where the golf courses are that are in computer golf course games. TPC Avenel, and there's a couple of Sawgrass. I think is there TP Sawgrass as well. Anyway, interested talking about golf. To stay the course, we need lightheartedness. Sometimes we need to skip through our journey like an innocent 7-year-old, where we don't have a care in the world. So this week for you, Tacy, is just not to have a care in the world. Any worries that you have that don't need immediate action, just put them to the side. They'll be there when you revisit them next week. Yes, that's right. The sea otters. Yeah, there's a little zoo there that you can go and see the sea otters. So there we go. So that's it. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate all the support. And if you would like a yearly forecast through the animal cards and the animal totems, or even in general, please visit me at www.iammerlin.org. My calendar's there. I'm worldwide. So if there's not a time that suits your time zone, just reach out. Just reach out to me through the contact form and say, hey, love a reading, but and I'll happily create a time and you know, share that with your friends too. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate everything. Take care. See you next week.